Thank you very much for being here, either live or in the recording. Today, we're going to learn how to use the calendar of family events. A little bit about myself, just for you, if you haven't had the chance to meet me. I'm working for MyHeritage since 2006. One of the first people in the company. Before that, I was dedicated to teaching a project called Searching for My Roots in Venezuela. So now you know why my funny accent. And since I am in Israel, I'm involved in some crowdsource digitization and transcription projects, as well as the local genealogical society here in Israel. So without further ado, let me go straight to the website and show you probably one of the best secrets that I love to share with everybody. Just make sure that you don't tell my family about it. As always, let me remind you that you can ask any questions on the question panel. I will try to give my or to demonstrate this while I'm reading your questions and answering your questions, your suggestions. After all, this is not like a regular webinar. This intends to be a little bit more of an interactive, and I would love to hear about your thoughts. So I'm going to start on the website, and this is the homepage for a website that we have created to demonstrate things like this. And I would like to drive your attention to the Home tab and the first option that you have over there, which is the Family Events. What you're going to find here is actually all the birth and anniversaries that are recorded in your family tree, and MyHeritage is going to list them here for you. We're also going to alert you about the upcoming ones, but we're going to get to there in a second. So you can see all the upcoming events in this calendar, and you can see that those are for April, May, June, July. You can select if you want only about close family of you, and then we will give you only those people that you are interested on. No, come on. I know, as me, you are a genealogist, you're interested in everybody, so let's leave that all the events. And you can also see this by month, and we will give you here a full calendar. I don't have any birthdays in April, in March, I'm sorry, and March is already done. I have a few in April, or at least in this website. I can either use this or the arrows to move. The other thing I can do, if I go back to the upcoming, is I can click on a particular month here, and it will show me, yes, that's not exactly what I was expecting. But that's the problem when you deal with a live webinar, live website, and not with PowerPoint. Okay, so let's say that on April 10, which seems to be a Friday, it's Jane's birthday. Another little secret to all of you, what you can do here is you can go over this little eye that you have there, and you can see the details about Jane. You can actually see Jane on the family tree. You can see her profile. You can have pictures. And if she's not a member of your website, you can write here the email, and she will be invited automatically. So here I have Deborah on April 13, and I see that she is actually a member of the website. How do I know that? Because I don't have over there the place to put the email address. And MyHeritage is suggesting me to send Deborah a birthday greetings. So yes, of course, why not? Let's click over there. I can actually come here and click on the title of the event, 65th birthday. And this will bring me to the page where I will see when this birthday is going to happen in another 13 days. And I can say, hi, Deborah, without age, happy birthday. Now, I don't need to sign this message because this message is going to get to Deborah exactly on April 13 on an email from my address. So MyHeritage is going to save this for a few days until the day of the birth, and then it's going to send it to Deborah. Deborah is going to receive my greetings, and she's going to be very happy. Now, remember I said that I have a secret that I like to share with all of you, and exactly tonight, actually, 31 of the month, the last day of the month, I go over all those events in the upcoming month. I come into the greetings part, I write a message, and I click send. It takes me about, let's say, 15 to 20 minutes. Yes, I have a lot of people in my family. And then during the month, MyHeritage will deliver those messages. My family swears I spend hours every day on the computer and I care for them, which I do, but I care to send them those greetings every day. Here you can also schedule a party for Deborah, and you can add this to Outlook or to your regular calendar so you will not forget it. But no worries, MyHeritage also have you covered on that. And before we move forward, I would like to show you what MyHeritage will do for you. So every time that a birthday or anniversary is approaching, MyHeritage is going to send you an email like this. It's going to tell you who are the upcoming birthdays and anniversaries, and from here you can actually send them a greetings with no problem. It will connect you to the family tree. So basically and foremost, gentlemen, there is no more excuse to forget about birthdays and anniversaries. MyHeritage will also alert you about those in the family tree. You see, in this case, this is the family tree, and 30 days before, you're going to start seeing balloons for a birthday, and you're going to see a heart, a red heart that actually looks like a balloon, and that will be for anniversaries. So once you're working on your tree, you will be able to identify the people that you need to send greetings. Now, these balloons or heart are going to remain over there also up to 7 days after the event, just in case that you missed it. So at least you will be able to congratulate the person for their events. Now, if you would like to post a different event, MyHeritage will also allow you to do that. In this case, I'm going to click on post an event, and I'm going to put here, for example, Daniel, let's say communion. Yes, I know I have a spelling mistake over there. And let's say that this happened, or this will happen in 2021 on, let's say, June 12th. Okay. And this is going to be at my house. And hi, all, you are invited to my big party. Okay, and I will post this into the tree. Now, when I am posting this event, I can, of course, invite the people who are already members of my family tree, my website, or I can invite other people here, or I can decide just not to send any invitation to anyone and just say don't notify members about this. Once I go here, I should be able to see the event that I just created here in my calendars. Now, this is also very useful, and sometimes you may have duplicate event. Yes, Pat is actually saying how to easily avoid duplicate names and trees if the same person in trees twice. Oh, I thought you were looking at my screen, Pat, and noticing that I have actually Daniel Smith 2 times here, and sometimes it can happen. So when you want to delete um, an event from the calendar, all you need to do is to click on the X in the corner, and we're going to ask you if you want to delete this event, all the events, because the calendar, of course, it's what it called a perpetual calendar, and you will have events for this for multiple years. So I'm going to delete all the instances, and voila, I only have one event over there. Another thing that I would like to mention just before I go to the question part is the calendar settings. Every website, every part has calendar settings, and we were talking already about settings a few sessions back. Here, you can see the scope of the calendar. Remember, I said that this is a perpetual, so we will always have 5 years in advance. Don't try to send greetings for people 5 years in advance. Then what events do you want in your calendar? If you want birthdays, if you want anniversaries, very important. By default, MyHeritage is going to remind you about events from living individuals. So as soon as one of your persons, one of your individuals died, you will not see their birthdays anymore. If you want to keep looking at those, you need to select all people, okay? And you can also select death anniversaries as well. You can also set that you want holidays in the calendar, and then once I save all this, I will be able to go back to my calendar and see probably many more events, many more now holidays, and I can use it like a regular calendar and keep track of my events. Now you can see that I will have death anniversaries, so, and just if you're doing some Jewish genealogy, this goes only by the Gregorian date. So the regular calendar that we're using, that is what is going to show in this calendar. Okay, let me see some of the questions that you have here. So Maria is enjoying this very much. Thank you very much, Maria. Joe, I'm a member of a cousin site. I would like to disable the email notification from this site. I can understand you, Maria. Can you explain how to do this? Yes, it's actually very easy. Let me show you with this email that I had here on the screen. Every time you receive an email, you have a footer that will say that will allow you to unsubscribe from this type of emails or go to your email preferences. Now, take in account that your email preferences are in general for all your websites, okay? Here is how I am getting the different notifications from different events for my account. If you actually want to take out yourself from those emails coming from a specific website, you can go to site settings. I think we did a little bit about this on one of our previous sessions. And I'm going to talk about where can you find those. And here under settings, under my preference, you can say, okay, I don't want to be bothered for this website, for my cousin's website. I don't want to receive in either birthdays or anniversaries or any emails. Here is where you can manage everything. Okay, now as I am seeing here, Joe, it seems that you are receiving this information in Serbian because your cousin is from Serbia. Okay, so yes, you will receive the information that he posted over there in the language that he used. But if you are receiving Serbian information, just make sure that you go into his website and choose English as your language. The email should arrive on the exact language that you are navigating the website. Okay, Pat, I'm going to leave your question right there, and I know that it was a general question, but let me first continue with a few other things that I would like to remind you all while I invite you all to type more questions. And yes, even if it's not a not related question of the subject today, I will do my best to answer, or it will help us to plan further sessions ask with the expert. Before we move forward, I would like to remind you all listen to this seminar, listen to this session before April 22, that you have until then to colorize unlimited amount of photos, either black and white or those old photos that had color, but you lose the color, it's a little bit reddish or brownish. You can use the MyHeritage in color feature and see all the colors come to life to your family. Now, very recently, just a few days ago, we also added there a colorization settings. So now you have the power. Now you can decide how many saturation, how much rendering you want, if you want the default, if you want alternative, you can play with those settings and improve the quality of your colorized pictures. So go ahead, give it a try. After all, it's free and only until April 22. After that, you will need to get a complete subscription in order to keep colorizing your photos. So Irene or Irene, yes, until April 22, you can colorize as many as you want. After that, you will need a complete subscription in MyHeritage. I would like also to remind you that the 24-hour webinar marathon that we had a couple of weeks ago, it's all recorded, and until April 6, you have access to all those recordings for free. In fact, give it a try, even if it's after April 6, because I think that Jeff was generous enough to give us 1 or 2 more weeks for free to watch all those webinars that were recorded at Family Tree Webinars. You have a lot of other recordings over there, so if you don't have a lot to do these days, that is definitely a good option. Now, we're going to keep doing these sessions Ask with the Expert on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, New York time. I am actually right now putting all the registration links in the chat area right now, so you are more than welcome to go there to take a peek on the next subjects that you have over there, and I'm going to make sure to send this also by email to all of you. So this Thursday, we're going to talk about the census, and I hope that you are all filling your census if you are living in the United States, the 2020 US Census. But we're going to be talking also about smart matches, details of the tree, theory of family relativity, chart, record matches, pedigree map, consistency checker, and the instant discoveries. All those are the April Ask the Expert Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And they're all going to be recorded and posted later on at the MyHeritage Education knowledge base. So you can go there, you will have also other articles or how-to videos or even webinars that we're doing. You will find all the information right there. So give it a look, give it a try. There is a lot of things that you will be able to learn at education.myheritage.com. You're more than welcome to follow me on social media. I post news about MyHeritage. I will be advertising those different sessions that are coming in April, and feel free to spread the word as well to other people so we can be more. The more, the merrier. Okay, so that will be all here. Let me go over the questions. Us Irish don't tan very well. Pat, I'm guessing that this is regarding the colorizing. Okay. So Joe is telling me about the previous. No. Okay, Daniel, what is the smallest photo size for the colorizer? Well, I still don't know the exact measures, but I do know that sometimes if the image is too small, yeah, definitely it will not be colorized. You need to have a little bit of a bigger photo. So if it's not working for you, Joe, just simply try to have a bigger one. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact dimensions. Okay. And Maria is saying that she is going to attend as many as she can, and you're more, she's talking about Ask the Experts, and you're more than welcome to do so, Maria. I love to have you all here. And the only other family tree webinars com/24. The other URL that I'm adding you here in the chat is the one about the webinars, the Family Tree webinars 24 recordings that we have over there. So I don't see any more questions here. I'm going to leave you just a couple more of seconds if you have any more questions. Pat, your question, it's actually a little bit difficult to answer right now. It is kind of complicated. Let me remind you, the question of Pat is about duplicate names in the tree. The only way I will suggest you probably in the time that we have is to go to the family tree and to use the list view that you have right here in the upper corner. And this will allow you to see everybody in the tree or in all your trees listed. And then you can, of course, search by a particular name. And if you find that somebody is actually duplicate, yeah, you will need to manually sort it out and make sure that all the information is copied to another to one of the profiles, and then you will be able to delete the other one. Actually, I remember now, Pat, that on the how-to videos of the knowledge base of the education page, you have a how-to video of how to do this step by step. So try to use and combine those tools as well. I will take this in consideration, as I said, probably to address this on a further topic. Maria is asking, where can I get the URLs I am on my cellular today? Oh, no problem, Maria. I'm going to send an email tomorrow with all the URLs for the registration. You're going to see it also in social media. I'm going to see if I can upload the recording of this video also ASAP and have to you um, in the email. Robin is asking, where is the chat log? You should have a panel on the right side of the computer. One of the green bars should say chat, and you should be able, Robin, to see all the URLs right there. Pat is saying that she has almost 2 identical branches from each duplicate. Okay, so then Pat, let me tell you, you really have a headache and you will need to address this really carefully. So let me see if I can do a session about duplicates and how to deal with them in the upcoming, well, it will be already in May, but hang in there for now. Oh, Pat is Patrick. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you for saying that. Okay, feel free to pros promotional as a MyHeritage user group. Joe, yes, thank you very much. Marianne is actually helping me to promote the Ask the Experts in Facebook at the MyHeritage user group. And yes, if you can do that as well, that will be wonderful. Okay, I don't see any more questions about the calendar, so I'm going to wrap this. Just wishing you good health. Please take care. After all, we need all of you, and I wish you best of luck with your genealogy. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the day.